Hey guys, I hope you're doing really well today. As you can probably tell by the title, I've got a load of new products that I've picked up from the drugstore as well as other like cheaper alternative places to try on my face for the first time and share with you my first impressions. I did ask on Twitter whether you prefer this style of video where I give you my first impressions while actually putting them on my face, or whether you prefer more of a like chatty haul video, and you voted for this style, so this is exactly what I've decided to make. Anyway, I'm going to crack straight on with this video because there are so many products to get through and I'm just so excited to try them. I've not tried them yet before, so I'm really excited to actually share this experience with you. So let's get straight onto it. The primer that I'm actually going to use today is the L'Oreal Mattifying Base. Now this has been noted as a professional dupe for so long, and I've actually been really getting into the professional primer at the moment. I find that it really does help to matte my skin. And I seem to have got really large pores all of a sudden, so I feel like it really does a good job of minimising them and just helping foundation just look a lot more smoother. I feel like this has come out ages ago, but I really wanted to finally give it a try. So I'm going to put this on, and I think L'Oreal products were like 3 for 2 in Superdrug, so I thought it was a perfect opportunity to actually try it. Let's just put this on my face and see how it goes. It's like around here that I've got the most pores, so I'm just going to really massage that in. I normally find like really patting it into the skin does help to minimise pores more than just like brushing it all over. It's mainly just my T-zone where I get mainly really oily, but it's here that I've got the bigger pores, just under my eyes and on my cheek area. So I really focus on that, especially if I put a highlighter on. I find that it can actually really emphasise those areas. So just this step, using a very silicone-y primer, even though I didn't used to like them that much, I feel like really do make a difference. So as I said, L'Oreal was 3 for 2 in Superdrug, and I saw this. This is a new release from them. This is the Infallible Total Cover, and this is like a concealer palette. So you've got your kind of like, if I can open it, you've got all of the different colours here. So you've got 3 different like beige colours for actually concealing areas or even contouring, I suppose, if you're really pale, and you've got 2 colour correcting ones. I have swatched these before to see what the consistency is like, because sometimes I find that they can be a little bit oily. Yeah, let's give this a little go. I think I'm just going to use my finger to apply this because I find that that packs on the most product, and you can be even more direct with it. So I'm just literally swirling it in there. Starting off with the green and going under my eyes. I feel like I haven't done colour correcting properly before, so this is going to be interesting. Already you can tell that it's really well pigmented. I think that's really good, especially for how dark circles I get. I'm just going to bring that up there because I do get a little bit darkness around the inner corner of my eye, but that's really pigmented actually. That's really nice. And now I might just go in with a little bit of that purple shade here. That's kind of for concealing redness, and I'm just going to go over the areas that I feel like a little bit red. I get redness really easily, so hopefully this will make a difference. Let's give it a go and see what happens. So I'm just again taking out my finger, applying it to any areas that I do suffer from redness. Okay, I feel like that will be enough. I don't want to go too thick in this early stage because there's a lot more layers to go, and the foundation I've got is quite high coverage. But yeah, I'm just going to blend this all out. I also picked up in Superdrug this Bee blending sponge. So this is like Superdrug's own make, I think, and this was like £2.50 on offer. So I was really curious to see if this actually compares to the Beauty Blender. I've not found anything to be the same as it as of yet. I've tried so many different beauty sponges, but nothing has been the same. So I thought for £2.50 I'll give it a go and see if this is actually a good dupe. So this is it here. So that's the size of it dry. I'm just going to go and wet it now, and then I'll blend this all into the skin. Okay, so this is it wet, and you know what? I'm actually quite surprised by how soft that feels. I'm really interested to try this on my face, so I'm gonna go in and try this out. But yeah, I don't want to totally blend out the colour. I do just want to push it into my skin so it doesn't sit too heavy. If you dab it in like this, it really means that you're trying to prevent your makeup from going cakey throughout the day. So just dabbing it really into the skin. But this sponge is actually, honestly, this is really soft. So I feel like that will do. I'm really impressed with this sponge. This is a product that I'm so excited to try out, and I don't know how I've actually resisted this long. This is the new L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. Now, I've never actually tried the Infallible range of foundations before because I've never found like they have actually released a colour that's suitable for my skin, but this is in the colour Light Sand, and when I swatched it in Superdrug, it looked quite a good match. I always like the lightest foundation, but it needs to have a really yellow base to it. I don't like it when foundations go too pink on me, it doesn't look too natural, and it just enhances my redness. So I really need something that's got a strong yellow undertone. So yeah, I'm really excited to try this. You can definitely tell that this is a thick foundation. Normally the foundations I go for are of like watery consistency, they're like water based, but this definitely isn't. That is one thick foundation that is withholding its shape. It's literally not moving. So I'm really curious. I don't think I've ever used a foundation that is this thick before. I hope it doesn't go on the skin too thickly. So anyway, let me just stop mumbling on and actually give it a try. Even though it's thick, a little bit does go a long way, so that's really good. I thought I'd mention as well is that I've decided not to film this video with any artificial light because I really want you to see how it looks on the skin in like real life. So I feel like I've had to blend that a little bit more than I'm used to. With the more like water-based foundations, it takes much less time to blend it all out. But I'm actually quite happy with the end result. I wouldn't say it's like full coverage as you almost get the impression it will be. I'd say that it's more of a like medium coverage foundation, but I'm sure that you can build this up. I've only used like what was on my hand and it has done my entire face, and I brought it down to my neck just to blend it out. I wouldn't normally wear this thick of a foundation every day, but I reckon you could actually sheer it out a little bit more than I did. But it doesn't look too heavy and it doesn't feel too heavy either, so I'm interested to try this out. Maybe this will be a new favourite, so yeah, really happy so far with this one. One of my favourite concealers ever is the Bourjois Healthy Mix concealer. This is one that I've had for a little while, but when I went into Superdrug I saw that they actually repackaged them, and it looks like they might be reformulated because this one was like, I don't know what the applicator of this is called, but it's like a lip gloss. That's what it reminds me of. Whereas the new packaged ones, which look so much nicer, have a doe foot applicator on them. So that's really cool. Wow, okay. This is so much thinner than the previous one. Oh, that goes on the under eye so much better. And that product goes such a long way as well. Okay, that's how much I got from like one dip in the product, so I'm impressed with that. Next up, I'm doing eyes, which is why I brought you a little bit closer. I'm trying out these new Rimmel Brow This Ways. These are like a dipping powder. I recently did a full review of these on my blog, which I'll leave above if you do want to read that. This product is literally so weird. It's like a tiny little sponge thing at the end, and you like dip it in the product and you put it out, and as it does that it dips into powder and it comes out with it. So weird. So I don't know, let's give this a go. I don't know if this is gonna match. Oh my god, it's so pigmented. Can't do it properly. Just go in with my Eco Tools like spoolie brushing and just try and brush that out. Oh my god. I feel like my brows just look so silly. My eyebrows are the worst they've ever looked in my life. Finally got my hands on the Morphe 350 palette. Morphe is a really affordable brand, and I think you get 32 colours in here, and they are lovely and they are so warm toned. And yeah, I'm really curious to try it. But first of all, I am just gonna go in with this really like the lightest shade available. Oh god, it's so powdery. Tap off that excess. And I'm just gonna go over my eyelids, just creating like a natural base for the shadows. I always find doing a base of like the lighter shade in the palette really helps everything on top of it blend out really nicely. I'm going to go for like this taupey brown colour. Just going to dip that in really, really lightly. It's really pigmented, but there's a lot of fallout of the colours, which I don't know how I feel about. I don't always feel like fallout determines that a palette is bad, but obviously I'm hoping that it doesn't ruin my face when I put them on. So I'm just taking a Zoeva Luxe Crease brush. This is my favourite like blending brush ever in the world. I'm just going to take that along the crease. I'm going to go in now with a darker brown. I think this one here is, again, really lightly tap that out. Just warm that up. Oh god, the packaging of this is so flimsy. I'm going to go in with this like warmer brown. Again, just really lightly tap that in. I might just try and do this on my outer V's of my eye just to create that like pop of warmth. I'm just going to blend that in now. They do blend really nicely actually, I have to say that, and once they're on my eye, I don't have like much fallout at all. So you know what, these are actually much better than I expected. I do want to try out a shimmery shade that I want to kind of put on my lid just to bring it like together. Again, like I said, I am going for something quite natural, so this is what I normally do, just put a darker brown shade through the crease just to kind of open up my eyes a little bit but not look too dramatic. I might go for this one actually. It's like a pinky colour. I wish that these did have like names because it'd be so much easier like explaining it to you. Let's see what this is like without any like Fix Plus or anything. Yeah, that's okay. It's going on a little bit patchy, but you can build it up a little bit. Again, I don't want this to like look like pigment. I just want it to be able to catch the light and make my eyes look glowy. They don't like stand out and like oomph with colour, but they're okay for like a natural shimmer. But to be honest, I'd expect a lot more from the shimmery shades. They are a little bit disappointing, but I guess if you just want something that's okay for every day, if you don't want to look too dramatic, then they're okay, but the mattes definitely outperform the shimmery shades on this one. But I really like the array of colours. You've got a little bit of everything here. I've actually got a new eyeliner to try. Can you believe it? I can't either. I really like the way that went on actually. I love a liquid liner, it's just so much better than gel liners I've ever tried. This is the new Rimmel London Volume Shake Mascara. I'm so lucky to be on their PR list. I do receive their newest releases to try out and share with you guys. You can shake it and basically it refreshes it every time you go to use it, so that's quite innovative. I always feel like Rimmel London really do try with their new launches and new releases to do something different, so let's give this one a try. I love trying out new mascaras. The wand of this looks really nice. It doesn't look too fat, doesn't look too thin. Let's see how this performs on my eyes. It's saying it's clump free, but I feel like it's clumping my eyelashes together. What has it done to my eyelashes? I can't see like any difference. If anything, it looks like I've got less eyelashes than I started off with. Now I don't have a new contour product at all, so I'm just going to go in with my 17. This blush is from Makeup Revolution. This is the nude colour, and it's this like really gorgeous like peachy pink colour. I've not really used this before. I remember swatching it like when I got it ages and ages ago. I'll leave the haul for that above if you want to see how much money I spent on Makeup Revolution products, but this is one that I've had in my drawer for ages and I can't remember if ever using it. So I'm just gonna go on a bit of a first impressions with it because I feel like that's okay. So I'll just take a really light dab of this and just shake it off and apply this here. Oh, that's a really nice colour actually. What I like about this blush is that it's not too pigmented. So you can go in and you can really like blend that out. I've got only one new highlighter, and it's not technically Drugstore, but it's MAC, so I've technically already cheated with MAC eyeliner, so I'm going to go in with a MAC highlighter. This one is soft and gentle, and by no means is this a new release. I feel like I've missed the train of this being hugely hyped, and it like got off 10 stops ago. But you know what, I've recently added it to my collection, and I kind of want to show you whether or not I think it's worth the hype that it got. And just really gently take it on the tops of my cheeks. I feel like the technique with highlight is never to do too much, because that's when you get it like looking really thick. Not too intense. I feel like it's perfect for every day though. It's not really emphasised the pores, because I feel like that primer that I put on at the beginning has really done a good job of like concealing that. I feel like this is a little bit more natural actually. I was under the impression this was going to be another like highlighter stick where it just brings your face to the form of a disco ball, but I feel like it's a lot more wearable than I first thought, so I'm quite happy with that. I don't know how well you can see it, but so far so good. Really impressed. I don't know if I've got any like new lip products to show you. This is the Rimmel London Provoca Lips. I don't know if I've said that right, but this is again quite a recent release. I feel like it came out around December, but I've never opened it before. So we'll give it a go. Why not put on a red lip with a natural day look? The tip with this is that step 1 you put on the colour, and then step 2 I think you put on this like lock and shine finish, so it should look a little bit glossy. I don't know, I'm not really into glossy lips, I prefer matte lips, but we'll see what this looks like. It's not got enough of a like blue undertone as to what I'm used to, and I don't know if this is like meant to dry matte before I put on the gloss. Okay, so it's dried down to a matte finish, which I really like. I'd probably leave it like this and not go in with the gloss, but seeing as it's a full face of first impressions, I'm going to go in with the gloss anyway so you can see what it's like. You know what, that's actually a lot nicer than I anticipated. I think that this is quite nice. The products that have really stood out to me so far is definitely the blending sponge. I feel like that is the best beauty blender dupe I have ever tried. I really like the MAC eyeliner, even though it's technically not Drugstore. You know, I know that you'll totally forgive me. I really like the primer as well, because I've put the highlight on and it's not emphasised my pores that I find some highlighters really do, so I feel like that's because I've got the base nailed, that anything I put on top of it looks better. The worst product was definitely whatever I put on my eyebrows, the Rimmel powder. I feel like my eyebrows right now look so silly, but yeah, that was my biggest disappointment. And I think the Morphe eye palette is okay, like it's really nice and I love the matte colours and the colour choices in it, but I feel like the shimmers just didn't have that oomph that like you want from a shimmery palette. If you've got shimmers in there, like make it really shimmery. I'm sure they'll perform much better with like Fix Plus, but I really get annoyed when you have to do that with eyeshadows, because the eyeshadow should be formulated right, blah blah blah. But hopefully you've liked this first impression video. Let me know below which product you're most looking forward to trying out, or if you've tried any out. Do let me know, because I'd love to know how you got on with it compared to how I've got on with it. But I feel like I've spoken so much and this video is super long, so I hope you've really enjoyed it, and if you've reached the end, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys next week for another video. Bye guys!